The war room of the Galactic Council became quiet as the holographic display revealed the catastrophic consequences of the Battle of Kepler 442. Admiral Zithkar of the Altarian fleet clicked his mandibles anxiously, while Commander Nara of the Centauri Alliance adjusted her crystalline form with clear unease. High Counselor Threnny occupied the head of the obsidian table, his forearms waving dismissively at the tactical readout. "Impossible," Threnny declared, her voice echoing through the chamber's translation matrix. "No species would have been able to endure that attack. The Ravager swarm unleashed 3 million biomechanical warriors upon a solitary human outpost, which barely boasted 10,000 defenders." At the far end of the table, Lisa Martinez, the only human representative, sat in silence. Her basic military fatigues appeared rudimentary next to the intricate ceremonial armor and biosuits donned by the other delegates. After receiving the battle reports from Kepler 442, she had called for this emergency session. Now all the extraterrestrial gazes in the room were locked onto her. Admiral Zithkar insisted, his 6 eyes blinking in sequence, that the humans had lost. "Our long-range sensors have identified significant energy signatures indicative of total planetary sterilization. Survivors are not an option." "Then explain this," Lisa said, with a steady voice, turning on her personal datapad. The holographic display transitioned to present live footage from the surface of Kepler 442. Instead of the scorched wasteland they anticipated, the aliens observed human Marines systematically tracking the remaining Ravager forces amid the ruins of New Charleston. Commander Nara's crystalline form throbbed with uncertainty. "This goes against all tactical analysis. The Ravagers stand as the galaxy's most formidable killing machines. Their exoskeletons are capable of enduring plasma fire, their reflexes are elevated to extraordinary levels, and their bioweapons possess the ability to dissolve molecular bonds. How did early humans succeed?" Marcus Chen, the primary Marine featured in the footage, navigated the debris-littered streets with mechanical precision. His pulse rifle had been out of ammo for hours, and his armor was marked with deep gashes from Ravager claws. Still, he pressed on, a basic combat knife clutched in his right hand. "Your kind is truly intriguing, human," Threnny confessed, leaning in with authentic interest. "However, it is essential for us to comprehend. Your weaponry is significantly outdated compared to ours. Your armor is rough metal and ceramics in comparison to our energy shields. Your Marines wield these basic bladed weapons in addition to their firearms. Why do you continue to use such outdated tools?" Lisa rose gradually, her hand reaching for the K-bar knife secured at her side. The extraterrestrials grew alert, their diverse protective mechanisms activating with a low buzz. With a fluid motion, she unsheathed the blade and without a moment's pause, plunged it deep into the table's surface. The obsidian shattered with a sudden snap that reverberated through the chamber. "Guns can jam," she stated plainly. The ensuing silence was overwhelming. Admiral Zithkar's mandibles moved without a sound, while Commander Velnara's crystalline shape faded, reflecting what could only be called shock. "The conflict at Kepler 442 endured for 18 hours, Lisa went on, with the knife still lodged in the table. My Marines exhausted their ammunition in the first 6. Their energy weapons malfunctioned and shut down in the following 4. Their backup weapons were either destroyed or lost within the next 6 hours. She pointed to the screen displaying Marcus Chen as he took down a Ravager twice his size, armed only with a knife and sheer determination. Yet they continued to battle. Dr. Sarah Kim's voice broke through the communication system from Kepler 442. She held the position of Chief Medical Officer at the outpost, currently overseeing the cleanup operations. Members of the Council, I am able to offer further context. When our Marines exhausted their conventional weaponry, they adapted creatively. They utilized sharpened metal shards, stones, and even their own hands. Sergeant Alina Torres, a Marine, took down 12 Ravagers using a shattered piece of rebar. Threnny's forearms waved wildly. But why? Your losses must have been devastating. A strategic retreat could have saved lives for upcoming confrontations. There was no option to retreat, Lisa responded. On that planet, there were 300 civilian researchers, along with their families and children. We stand by our own. The scene transitioned to reveal the consequences. Weary and worn, the human Marines assisted civilians as they boarded the evacuation ships. Numerous soldiers carried devastating injuries. Still, they operated with the same precise efficiency they had demonstrated in battle. Commander Nara's voice was almost inaudible. Your Marines persevered in battle, refusing to yield even when success seemed impossible. Nothing is truly impossible. It's merely another way to describe Tuesday. Marcus Chen's voice echoed through the communication system. He was keeping an eye on the transmission from the surface. Madam, I seek your permission to speak before the Council. Lisa agreed with a nod. Indeed, Sergeant Marcus showed up on the holographic display, his face smeared with dirt and blood. In the distance, the remnants of New Charleston burned softly under the extraterrestrial twilight. Council members, are you curious about our reasons for carrying knives? It's not because we're primitive. It's because we found something that seemingly your kind hasn't. He drew his combat knife from its sheath. The blade shone brightly, even after its evident use in the recent conflict. Technology can let us down. Energy depletes, equipment malfunctions. But he raised the knife. This operates without batteries. It remains cool under pressure, it works smoothly, and above all, it never surrenders as long as the hand gripping it remains determined. Admiral Zithkar's 6 eyes fluttered quickly. But you must recognize the strategic drawback. Drawback, Marcus cut in. Sir, respectfully, we just eliminated 3 million Ravagers using only a small group of Marines equipped with sharp implements. I believe our strategies are effective. The extraterrestrial representatives shared hesitant looks. Their complete grasp of warfare revolved around advanced technology and sheer might. The idea of achieving victory through sheer determination, persistence, was as unfamiliar to them as quantum mechanics would be to a peasant from the medieval era. High Counselor Threnny stood up from her chair, her forearms extended in a sign of giving in. Person Lisa Martinez, we hereby request that your kind take on the leadership of the Galactic Defense Initiative. It seems there is a great deal we can gain from your people's knowledge of warfare. Lisa smiled with a hint of darkness as she drew her knife from the table's worn surface. Esteemed council members, we are eager to serve, but I must caution you that our approach may be different from what you are accustomed to. We reject the notion of acceptable losses. We stand firm against daunting challenges, and we absolutely refuse to surrender. With practiced ease, she sheathed her knife. Additionally, we will require you to begin carrying backup weapons. I suggest knives. The video from Kepler 442 kept running as the council meeting concluded. Human Marines collaborated with their extraterrestrial allies to ensure the safety of the planet. Every person wielded the same straightforward weapon that had shifted the outcome of a seemingly lost fight. Sometimes, when all else fails, what you truly need is a keen blade and an unwavering determination to persevere.